Yo, it's Osiris Harris, Godly Kutz. We at Shark Bite Image with it, and we giving an interview to my boy Ashtree Chuckwood. You know what I'm saying? A little nice quick interview, bits and pieces of some good knowledge. He finna drop some knowledge on your heads today. Listen, stay tuned. Boom, we out here.
What's happening, man? It's Ashtree Chuckwood, man. And I'm right here with Shark Bite. You know what the fuck going on, man.
Yes, sir. Y'all heard his name, Chuckwood.
Yeah, man. My name actually Chuckwood, man. Ashtree Chuckwood to be exact.
Yes, sir. So, speaking on that, can you break down to us how you even got that name and where you got it from?
Man, shit, long story short, man, but don't make that bitch a little bit, greasy or whatever, man. I got my name from home, but OG, man. I remember bruh looked at me, shit, we was already hanging out and chilling on the block. That's like around the time when my street actually became our childhood, brotherhood and
right,
whatever,
right.
man. When we pretty much came over Al Street, man. Cause at first it was Cypress Avenue, like we didn't have no name for that shit, but we became Al Street. And like one day, man, one particular day, my homeboy looked at me and like, bro, I'm gonna call you Chuckwood, man. You gonna be Chuckwood, man. And shit, from that day, man, I been Ashtree Chuckwood.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
before then, I had my childhood name, Lil Frog. I was always called Lil Frog before then.
Right. And it's crazy, growing up in the hood, a lot of us have these crazy nicknames that we don't even know where the fuck they came from.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit about your hometown, your neighborhood. Tell us about the nitty and gritty you had to go through to make who you are today.
Shit, man, my block was like one of them blocks, like you had to pass through my block to get wherever the fuck you wanted to get at. Either you leaving out or you coming in, you had to pass either my block where everybody, walk on the street or cars ride through just to see what the nigga had going, like, man, our block really, was the base of all that shit. But before we became Al Street, like, it was Dread Life, it was UTK, it was shit, like a whole lot of other names, like shit, all that shit, like, but when we became Al Street, that's when that shit got like, that shit got like one of them.
Right.
Yeah, and like, I could say, man, like growing up on my block, man, I remember like so much shit, man, till like shit, man. I remember the night my cousin got popped, man, my cousin Bone, man, God bless his dead. I remember shit, like they shot Cub, man. I was at the motherfucking house with my daddy. My dad looked at me and said, boy, we got to go for a ride. I'm like, what the fuck we finna go in? I ain't gonna even lie. Around that time, I was going through it like mentally, so I was stuck in the house down there, like, but
right.
When Pops told me, like, goddamn, we got to go take a ride, I thought my dad had me in some crunch and shit, when he just said that. But as we ride, goddamn, we get into the block, he looked at me, I looked at him like, boy, your cousin got shot. We don't know who shot him or what happened, but your cousin got shot. They say your cousin got shot, bitch, I bust out in tears. And as we enter the block, bitch, I see the goddamn, the paramedics and all these people, man, and that shit knocked the to minds at that point. I ain't know I was gonna lose my cousin or what. But that shit there showed me, goddamn, nigga, it's getting real. This shit getting real. You got the man up, this shit getting real.
Right. And speaking on that, I know you from a while back, so getting to know you, you're very well spoken, you're very well mannered, but your background kind of opposes that. How did you mentally and physically elevate through all the bullshit that you had to go through growing up?
Man, growing up, I could say, man, I love to stand at my grandmama's house, because at my grandmama's house, that showed me the better me.
Right.
When my dad moved out to Paget Island, goddamn, 791 Paget Circle, the exact address, dog, like that shit showed a whole different side of me. Like, bro, I be staying with my grandma for like a month or two, bitch. I get kicked out my grandma's house and go stay with my daddy. And bitch, I just turn the whole city up with me, like all type of shit, breaking and shit, shooting that shit, like all type of shit, like, like that shit was getting ugly at my dad's house. But then, like I said, like you were saying or whatever, my grandmama had all this world, man, we got damn in the house. Some day been listening to church on TV, goddamn, I had a computer, but we don't put the church on the computer. We had all type of stuff going for me to be mounted, My grandmama always told me like the smallest things. That yes sir, no sir mean a lot. That yes man, no man, that mean a lot. And that thank you. When you say thank you to a person, man, like it changes that image of that person when you know, some people ain't used to people saying thank you.
Right.
But that's being well mannered is what I say, man. Like you can tell somebody thank you, that small 2 words can mean so much. But then like man, like jail really changed a whole lot. Jail really. What's good, Pops?
Alright, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I can't complain right here doing the interview.
Oh, okay. What you got going on?
I'm at the barber shop. I mean at the interview, doing the interview.
Oh, okay then. Tied up tonight then, huh?
Nah, I'll be home in a little bit. I'm over here finna get ready to come home.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to see if you wanted to help me a little bit tonight.
Around what time you need me?
I wanted to get over there probably about 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock, whatever good for you, man.
I'll be at the house. I'll be able to help you, Pops.
Okay then.
Yes, sir. I'll be able to help you.
Alright, thanks, man. I'll be back at the end.
Okay, I'll call you when I make it to the house.
Okay then, sure will.
Okay, yes, sir.
Alright, thanks, man.
Yes, sir.
Alright.
Yeah. So yeah, like back to this, like man, you see like that small word, like I was saying, that small word is thank you and yes sir and no sir. That dictates so much about your image to the person you saying it to, the appealing person. You know, it's like you mind, like in jail they used to say you mind fucking them. You mind fucking a person with simple words.
Right.
But I could say like going to the jail situation, man. That going to jail really helped me from a lot. It took me away from a lot, and it gave me the chance to actually get back to a lot, man. So like, if people say I changed, yeah, I changed, man. I went to jail and did 8 years. I ain't had too many people, you know. Just my mama, my daddy, my granddaddy passed away. My cousin was there. Some of my homeboys was there. But then, like, man, I always had my grandma, my daddy, my mom, my sister there. And, you know, like, I changed, yeah, I did change. You don't want to go do 8 years in your life, whoever looking at this. You don't want to do 8 years. You probably can do a 2 month, 8 month.
Yeah.
You don't want to do 8 years.
But you don't want to do no time, really.
Hey,
No time.
some people got to go to jail like I did. I went to jail and I made a whole 360. I'm proud of jail. I'm proud that I went to jail and I can open this up after I went to that motherfucker. Cause it changed me. That last 2 years, man, them people trying to kill me, man. When y'all, them people trying to kill me, man. They were trying to kill me. And it's good I came on home.
That's good, man. You made a change for yourself. But let's switch it up on a positive note, man. Every time I see you, you blinged out as something new. Can explain the piece that you got on your neck right now, cause you know that's blinging it right now.
Well, like man, I'm gonna start off with my ring, man. You know, my ring is a nice piece of ice, man. I ain't got to be like the other people to tell the price and nothing like that. But this bitch ain't cheap. The watch ain't cheap. The necklace ain't cheap. Right. It ain't cheap at all. And then I'm gonna go to my necklace, like man, this necklace right here. If you ever see somebody with this around their neck, they got it from me. It's actually a quarter. It's actually a 5-ounce quarter. Yeah. 25 cents, but that bitch ain't called 25 cents. Right. And every artist, you know, they got their own kind of symbol, you know. I like stuff that got value to it, that I bring more value to it. If I sell this necklace right now, I can get a nice piece of grip for it. Right. But when I bought this bitch, I paid a nice piece of grip for it. But hey, it's different, and I love to be different.
That's true. You are very different. Very different. That's something I admire about you, about how open you are to how different you are. You know what I'm saying? But you speak and you move as if you're no better than no man. But you don't hold yourself higher, but you don't hold yourself beneath anybody.
Now, I could say this when you speaking of that. When I'm just meeting a person, I'm not gonna tell you so much about the sauce I have or the charisma I have about myself. I'm not gonna tell you that. I let a person belittle me from the first few times they see me and trying to talk to me. Right. Because I'm trying to figure them out without telling them about me. Right. If I tell you about me or too much about me now, when I tell you I do this, I do that, I fucking do it for real. I'm not just one of the ones that, like the people that tell you, hey, bro, I do this shit for real. Right. I do a lot and I know a lot, but I don't tell you a lot. I try to figure you out before you figure me out. And I tell you a lot when we first meet each other. I tell you a lot about me, but I ain't gonna tell you too much about me.
Right.
I want to figure you out to see if you're a person. That's why, you know, I may pull up on your tape, man. Just scan this bitch with your phone. Scan this with your phone.
Yeah.
And it's gonna pull up my music and all the other stuff I got going. But hey, I ain't got to be the big man, the big face of every picture.
Right. Okay, man. Okay. Yeah, so you got a very raw, authentic energy to you, and I know that not only myself but the viewers will say that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But to wrap this up, you do music, right?
Mm-hmm.
You do shirts, you do cologne, you do filming, you do the whole nine, right?
I do brochures, business cards, shit. I do labels, I do all
right.
that. I do all that.
And I know lately you kind of branched off more into the filming and the directing parts of things. Will there be a day where you find a way to incorporate all the things you do and make it into one?
I will. So I was just talking to a female the other night, and you know, like speaking of me doing shirts and business cards and cologne and perfume and making music, filming. Like, bro, I do all that. I do all that because, like, you know, the base of all that, you got to start somewhere. So if I can start myself at pressing a shirt and I have it down pat, or me making cologne and perfume and I have it down pat, me filming and I have it down pat, me rapping, I never had that down pat because there's a lot of odds that I'm going against. But me making music, I try to critique it and make it a pattern behind all of it. Yes, I'm gonna eventually do that, but I want the right people to actually branch off and, you know, hey man, I want to press shirts, and I give them my press machine. I tell them how to get a better press machine.
Right. And
I coach them to do it. Well, I ain't got to do it no more, so every call I get, boom. Hey man, you can make me a shirt, man. I got a load of 5, man, you know. I need them to be done by Saturday. And I call you, hey man, we finna make $30 right here. All I want is 10. You made 20. All I want is 10. I ain't do much but had that conversation. I was actually the manager. That's why I'm trying to learn all this shit myself. So then once I go to managing this and I tell my niece and my nephews, hey, I need you to do this and I need you to do that. Or I tell my cousins, I need you to do this and you to do that. They'll know the base came from a, you know, an understanding person.
Right.
It wasn't just, hey, he throwing me in the water and trying to fish me out that motherfucker. No, I'm gonna put you there so then you know how to do everything and everything can fall back on you. But if you fuck up, it'll fall back on me because I ain't teach you the proper way.
Right.
So let me learn it now. So once I go to passing out them applications, dropping them applications on the ground, y'all go to picking them motherfuckers up. Y'all have what you need to have. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So
Yeah.
once again, we here at Shark Bite Image. Can you please introduce yourself one last time to the people and let them know who you are?
My name Ashby Chuckwood, man, and I'm an up-and-coming artist, man, you know, from Pokey, Florida, man. If you don't know what Pokey, Florida at, I say, like, we 2 hours from Miami, and an hour and 30 minutes from Okeechobee, actually. We right off the lake or whatever. But I'm Ashby Chuckwood, man, and